drink it. That's better. Okay, we are gonna, because we're back online, we're gonna choose a dress for me to jump into the water. Yep. I think it has to be this one. So I'm gonna put this one on. Okay. 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 Okay, I think this is pretty good. This is gonna work. But I do want something over it. I don't know. Like a lot of layers would be kind of nice. So what if we also put this on? Okay, and it matches. But it's like offset, so it's kind of nice. Okay. Let's try these two together. Okay. All right. That's the dress. Okay. Now we're about to jump into the water. Oh my god. Wonderful. What? Okay. Oh my gosh, stepping out of water with a bunch of clothing on. That was definitely the witch hunt. Which witch will you be? Walk out naked or walk out into society? Gonna get burned! Literally, your skin will burn. Can you imagine if that's all it was and the people took it to the extreme of burning you? Look, my dress! Okay, now we're gonna jump into the water. And then I'm gonna like sit in the water. Okay. Should I get on that flotation device? I think I'm gonna let it go this time. And then next time I'm gonna go on it. I'm gonna jump into the water. before it gets there, so when I get out, it's there. That works. In the dress. So one more turn around. Oh my god. My best dessert is an apple turnover. It's so good. That neighbor watches when I go naked swimming. Maybe. It's going. It's traveling. Awkward. Dude records me. So me putting up a camera is weird. It might be like I'm doing it to you because they don't know you guys are here. Maybe I'm doing it subconsciously on purpose. Okay, it's coming on. Okay, we're gonna dive in and then sit on it. Should I take off my glasses? I just took off my glasses. Okay. And then I fall off. Frontwards or backwards? Opposite Titanic. Now, if we had Titanic movie music, that would be perfect. Movie, music, great timing. Woo! Okay. Oh shit! I'm stuck! Whoa. Okay, the question is, do you take off the dress if there's more dress to take off? What? Oh my god, it feels so cool. What? What? Would you guys like to go swimming? I would have a pool party. Okay, I got my shit up. You know, you can get fined for not cutting your grass. The guy's cutting his grass. Oh shit. We got a new towel rack and I keep forgetting to use it. Oh my god, it feels so good to go swimming. Holy shit. I think it should be illegal for people not to have a bathing pool. And it should be illegal to build it as a pool and not as a lake. It's my parking lot view. What a boring ass scene, man. There's a group of people. Nope, can't see them. What's that over there? That's more my view. Actually, this is more my view. What's going on over there? Did anybody go to Pride Parade? 100% with the dress. Nice. That's what we did. I kind of live in a jungle. I don't de-weed. It grows too fast. To get rid of the problem, I want to cut this big weed tree right in half. I did it to the front weed tree and it looks really nice. Makes a difference if you cut a tree in half. Random facts. Oh my god, I'm watching this new movie called Evil. What the fuck? Yo. These candles are great. And I should definitely go swimming again. It is fucking hot. Does anybody shop Temu? I love shopping Temu. Look at this new fence. Now my neighbors, I can't see right into their doorway. That is like right there. It's great. I'm usually naked, so it's really good. It's amazing how people like to use stories that are not supposed to actually be talked about. You're supposed to kind of filter it out, but like we go to the most unnecessary story to talk about. Like that guy, this guy, he told my guy that he was watching me naked. Like, why would you say that? Why would you admit that you're watching me naked? What? And this guy peeks through his curtains over there. His, like, camera was right up against the fucking window the other day. It was amazing. It was, like, really bizarre. It's like watching a ghost. Like, the theory of ghosts is, like, somebody watching you. So, today, he pulled the curtain back when I was walking away, and then I decided to like change my mind and walk back, and then the curtain's like fluttering, really, really not like wind is coming through. It's like, what? So ghost theories, where did they come from? People observing you from a predatory kind of viewpoint where they might spring a surprise on you. So ghost stories kind of theoretically tell you not to observe the constant non-reality that could be a reality that would be different if it was a reality, but because it's not a reality, it's different. Bizarre. But the best thing that I bought recently was this dragon. He is motherfucking heavy. Like, heavy weighted. This is what I'm sitting on. Wow, this looks zoomed in. Like, damn. I love it. I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I made a video about Buffy the Vampire Slayer because all these people on the internet are saying, slay, slay. And it's, I don't actually know what that shit's about, but like, it has the feeling of like fluffy bunny, good job. You didn't really do anything, but at least you did something. Vibes. Anyways, it was literally birthed from the era of the music heavy metal. Slayer and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but there's no context of those realities. Like, and it just turned into like each one was the opposite reaction. I feel like you wouldn't use it like that if you were more into the depth of what killing is about. Right now, it's about you eating a chicken that you would not be able to kill, but if you had to kill the chicken, you might become a serial killer because you won't understand the difference of what it means to kill something that you love. You just won't like think about it. You might not think about it, and then you just kind of start doing it automatically. Serial killer status. So in my opinion, They have turned the context of Slayer into a fucking serial killer, which is the opposite. It's Dexter instead of Jason. Is that his name? Never watched those. It's like Dexter instead of Freddy Krueger. Anybody ever watch those? No? Am I talking to myself? Okay. Well, I just pulled something out of my head. I know if I was to pull it out of a certain kind of head, all of a sudden it would blow up. And then we wouldn't have genitals. And people tell me that I know of all the genitals. And I'm like, no, I don't know of any of those genitals. I know of functioning or non-functioning. Or emotional stimulation. Nothing else. All the other shit is some mutated version of not functioning. And I don't want to know about it because that is motherfucking Hills Have Eyes bred with human centipede. Oh my god, right? Is anybody into movies? Horror movies? I need more better horror movies to watch because I'm out of horror movies. Although I'm totally not into Hills Have Eyes, that kind of conception, or whatever the fuck you want to call that. Or human centipede. Like, talk about a mutated version of, like, that's actually human problems rather than the human existence. Oh my god. Twisted movie. There's another one that has, if you've ever seen the movie Accepted, it's a great movie. Really, like, fun-loving movie. And then the main character is in this movie that is so twisted, exactly like Human Centipede, where he's turned into a fucking seal. Oh my god. Like, what? Why do you come up with that? Why is that a good horror movie? Like, apparently spiders scare people, so why are we going into actually being able to consider bodily functions to mutate with another animal without it actually simultaneously going with it? Like Dark Angel. Dark Angel does that very well. That's also in the Buffy the Vampire theory, which is about the true form of genetic change and how that goes about and what you have to do and how you have to nurture it. And then we get to like our era where they're using the Slayer context, which is from Dark Angel, which was about good genetics, but now we're cutting off people's genitals, not without the ability to replant the right genital. So it's a laboratory experiment, and we're all experiencing it like it's not, and it is. And we're also elaborating Slayer as something totally not with the understanding of how the Slayer functioned, which is a very interesting concept that I just came up with. 5 seconds of talking, because no one else is talking. Ramble. Just don't show me any pictures. It's like a fucking horror movie happening outside right now. And you're choosing to do it, which is the most, like, wrong thing you can ever do to someone, is make them choose to destroy themselves. Oh my god. It's amazing, however, that there's like a documentary out there that proves that what they're doing is wrong, and in the documentary they prove it, and then at the end of the documentary it's like Game of Thrones. It's like you fucking obliterated the thing obliterating slavery to not obliterate slavery in the guise that you obliterated it through the obliteration of the one doing it, but in that obliteration it was the wrong side winning, and you won through talking. You made everybody forget. Like, what? How the fuck did you manage to do that in the age you say is of connection? I don't even... You want to see a peanut tree? Oh my god. I don't usually put me on because people are all like, ah! You can see a cigarette? I smoke a lot. Like, look how good my skin is. I smoke like 2 packs a day. It's not going to be for very long, they say. That's going to be really, really bad. I think it's a problem. Although, I would say it's mostly the people that were like, yo, go to school and sit down for 18 hours. Okay, that's what it seemed like. So you were getting back home and it was like the same thing. Look at that. That's a peanut tree. Like, what? There was just like this seed on top of it, and then it just like sprouted another one over here. So this is actually planted by God, by the making of God, which is a squirrel randomly planting a fucking seed and getting his way. So now that squirrel has logged this peanut plant and been like, seed here at this time. I will come back in 3 years to harvest my plantings. Like, talk about long business arrangements. I don't know, but so this guy's guarding it, obviously. I don't know what the fuck everybody else is saying, but his one arm butchered crap. I made this. It's kind of shitty because I haven't figured out the shitty wax, but whatever. Peanut tree. And so I don't forget, I wrote peanut on it. Cause like, what? So, I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble, but all I ever want to talk about is certain verses that are very commonly said, and I like to rearrange them, and I swear to God I found a great one today, yesterday, a couple days ago. So I have this thing. I really enjoy walking, and when I say I enjoy walking, it's kind of like no destination. I will go for 10 hours. My most was when I was actually had a destination and then I couldn't fucking find the destination, and I was determined not to use technology because I had nothing else to do. So I was like, whatever. I want to spend the time to see if I can try and find it. So then I just kept going around in circles, and this was a goddamn big circle because it took me a day to get there. And like, we were in Toronto. I don't know if you know where Church Street is, but anything around there is fucking weird. And it was that area that is kind of like, okay, it's where the St. Lawrence Market is, and it's like in behind. So St. Lawrence Market is here where the lake is. Up here is the lake. You're the lake. And then like St. Lawrence Market is around here. St. Lawrence Market is here. So I was like around here, and Church Street is down there. And then that goes into like Cherry Beach or some bullshit. It's absolutely fucking bullshit. It's just like bullshit. It's like concrete, 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 concrete. And you called it that. You called it that. Fucking bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Had nothing to do with the fucking name. I'm just over it. I want you to like put purpose into the reality. I want to like experience it. I don't want to go to Church Street and be like, oh, there's a rainbow road. Good job, guys. You, instead of using white, you used every fucking color. Good job. You failed because obviously everywhere is not going to be colorful. It's going to be like bullshit. Like, have you seen, let's talk about Toronto, because like, I like bitching. Toronto built, I wish I had taken pictures. Like, their idea of a bike lane was a bitch. Oh my God. Like, just the concept of it, the amount of trucks that go through, the like food trucks, delivery trucks, they're always bumping things, everything. Taxis are always bumping things. The major one though is garbage trucks, which I found out they fucking eat the shit. They don't bump into it. They grab onto it and rip it out. So like, you would just think that because of how humans build everything, which is like a monster putting it together, like No strategic shit. They used one muscle and that's it. So it's kind of like they killed the baby giving birth to this reality, and they actually did. And so they put these white things that stick right out of the ground, and you're given, like on a bike, you're given like 5 feet of space for a lane, and then cars are parked beside. So the car is all of a sudden whacking you, and if you get whacked, you now have nowhere to go because now you're going to hit a curb. So back in the day, you almost got whacked by the thing and then were hurled into traffic. But if traffic wasn't there, then you weren't dead. But now you're hurled into fucking traffic and you might like hit anything. But it is kind of big, so whatever. But they're being eaten. And the amount of garbage that gets entangled in the little crevice, because there's nothing to clean it because they don't actually have enough people working. Because enough people working would mean that they wouldn't have a tax service of homelessness to fix it. But they're not fixing it. And this is actually for, which was what I was like going to talk about, is for holding my phone. So when I'm in Toronto, I'm going to be walking around and having my phone here so I don't have to hold it and I can just like walk with it. So I'm gonna try that. But the bike lanes is hilarious because it took less than 5 years for them to look pristine, which they should look for at least 100 years to make it feasible as to why they put so much effort into that idea. But no, it looks like absolute, like, heinous shit. Like a fucking monster is traveling on the streets, eating everything. That's what it made it look like. Like, they're shredded, like goddamn celery. Like, I know it's fiberglass. It's fiberglass, and fiberglass is fibers stuck together. But seriously, like, we talk about it as food, but it's not supposed to be reality as food. You're supposed to understand that you have these huge machines going anywhere and everywhere, and they can't not do damage. And you didn't separate it. You didn't tell the people to go to the separation. You didn't change anything strategic. You just went for it, which means that you wanted to get paid, and that's all it was. And you're doing jobs that are supposed to be about loving, caring, mutation from somebody sitting and dwelling and loving their surroundings, which is very close to their reality, and they never breach out, so every reality is very loving. You went from that to like monsters roam everywhere, but you're not allowed to be a monster. Like, what? Now you have monsters roaming. That's zombies. And you're just like, what? Brilliant. If I wanted to rule the world, I would rule it the way that we're ruling it. Like, the most negative shit forever. That's what I got. So that was the last that I was in Toronto. I was commenting on that very loudly. I like to walk the streets very loudly. Just like whatever pops into my mind about the stupid shit that I'm seeing, I just belt it out because people do not talk about it ever. You don't talk about it ever. Everybody's fucking excuse is it's being done. No fucking shit, it's getting done. It's getting done. It's literally getting done. But that's not the purpose of the conversation. Was the output from what everybody is going through good enough? No. It was trash. And you said other people couldn't create other things. So you created trash as legal. Legal trash. That's why I don't vote. I don't vote because my vote is not voting against a world dominated by a car, most likely going under the guise of reincarnation. Rain-car-nation? The car is raining your nation? That's literally the fucker is riding your country. That's what it says. Rain, spelt that way, means harness. You harnessed something. You did something outside of the natural order. It's what that word indicates, what it means. That's why English people did it. why they translated the fucking Aboriginal shit that way. But then to get over that one, you have to believe that we weren't actually taking over a country. Because that's ridiculous. Like, to believe that a fucking continent owned by one side to the other side, but not populating each side, and one side doesn't own both sides is ridiculous. If one continent owns the other continent, the two largest continents in the world, outside of China and Russia, that are stuck together, there's two others, and those two others are the largest things, and they're saying they're having a war, but that's absolute bullshit from what you see on this side. You totally know that's bullshit. My opinion. That is absolute bullshit. They mastered the ability to do genital warfare. One side, they used to sew you up, and our side, they take it out and your skin sews you up. So they evolutionized the concept to seal your genitals through DNA. And now we're in the DNA section. It's fucking disgusting. And it's exactly what they do to roads. The whole road owns everywhere. You can't walk outside and be alone. I walk outside and anything I do weird is called to the cops, and the cops come. The cops are everywhere because people are everywhere. And people never knew how to redistinguish between language, in my opinion, purposefully. That's how I would practice that. Or whatever. Most of what I talk about with myself can't actually be said because the said versions are so loud that I think of it like a mental illness. Like schizophrenia, they say there's a thought that is so loud you can't hear anything else, and you're gonna start doing the actions of the loud voice. But in my opinion, the loud voice is the reality that they manifested within actions to describe words and sentences. So you can never see that sound as something else. You'll always hear it as that one thing. But now that sound has, say, 3 different meanings, usually 2 other meanings in English. But maybe say it has 3 to 5. You won't hear any of the others but one. And they want you to hear that when you start talking verbally about the others, and it's a form of silencing conversation and connection. I want to go swimming again. Holy shit. Plugged in my phone. 2%. Good God. Good Lord. I need to go swimming again, though. Because, like, it's fucking hot. It's hot outside. I wish it was hot like this every single day. I'm tired of the cold. I'm tired of people telling me that they left paradise because there's money here. There is not money here. I'm not sure what the fuck people talk about. I'm sure there's less money there, but there isn't money here. I'm not sure. And you left paradise. I just live around and sit around. So when they tell me that they didn't want to live around and sit around in paradise, told me that there's something else happening in the world if the people that own heaven are talking about hell is better. Something happened. His will, perhaps. I don't know. His will said another. If his is a snake and there's theories that reptiles own things, then potentially the theory only came from the existence that his is just for his. And the fact that they actually created the fact that women choose to suffer. No? With real harm, you never choose to suffer. With only fake harm do you ever choose to suffer. But real harm, nah. You're broken if you're choosing it. You're not able to get out of it in the choice to choose it. And that's a completely different thing. But if to choose to get out of it, you have to choose to get out of it. To become even better than the thing that's normal. Which is not broken. You know, like cut off my hand, put it back, and then I can't fucking move it. But it's a hand, and I made it, so it's better. Is not reality. That's actually fucking stupidity to the top degree of torture, murder, all those nasty, nasty words. It's insane. And I'm fucking hot. And I would rather be in paradise having a scooter shop. Yep. Yep. Part of a big factory system that's doing art I'd be in the art district right now. I feel artsy, like painting everything, including my body, and then using my body to paint the art. Calling it one of a kind. Maybe that's where the D comes from. I was wondering why amendment would have D in it. If it retranslates to something else outside of the context of you knowing what amendment means, if you just know what me and T means, which is me not, and then amen is literally group of people, but not, it's all of a sudden group of dick. That's all of a sudden singular, and then, anyways, the stupidity is bonkers. So maybe that's what the D is, because I always wondered what the difference between kin and kind, skin, and kills, because each one is weird. You flip the